Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. My name is Craig from Video Juice. We are here with episode 7 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. On the last episode of Agents, we had the end of the 70s arc. We got Coulson dead. We got Mack's parents dead and skinned alive. They took their skin, or their faces at least. Coulson blew up all the Chronicoms. We found out that Gemma has been keeping her memories at bay with a little machine thing called Diana. Daisy got all her blood taken out and stolen by Nathaniel. Nathaniel quaked himself apart from the inside. Deke and Mack got left behind. We don't know where, we don't know when, and the rest of the crew are off somewhere else in a new time period. It was a fucking incredible episode. Again, I'm saying it all season. Every episode has been incredible so far. We have a Q&A. So the question I posed for the Q&A is, where do people think Fitz is? I had a mad theory. Now, I don't know if this could even be possible, but it was something funny that popped into my head while I was editing back the video. Because I missed a line when I was watching it during the reaction where Sybil said that, I think she said something like the benefit of a digital mind, which in my opinion is like almost confirmation that she is a digital construct. Maybe she does not have a physical body. You know, maybe she exists solely in that mind area. I missed that line the first time. Mad stupid theory now. What if Fitz was Sybil? What if Fitz was the predictor, you know? Because right, she's helping the Chronicoms. All the Chronicoms plans, all the stuff they've had planned so far hasn't worked, you know. They've been still getting one-ups on the agents, but their overall plans so far haven't been working. And the agents constantly get to where they need to go with following the Chronicoms and all that. And they said that Fitz was exposed, so him being in there would be him being exposed. You know, if they found him, they could track him back to the body. Stupid theory. There's obviously a lot of stuff going against it. I do still think it has something to do with that world, though. With that, not world, but area, you know. I feel like he could be tapping into that and maybe doing that as leaving his body exposed or something. I don't know. But that was the question I posed for the Q&A, so I'm going to get the Q&A up now and we will answer some questions. So this one's from Thomas Richards. Absolutely no clue where Fitz is, but I have a question for you. Assuming we get Coulson back in some way, would you rather have A, another LMD Coulson, B, an eventual meetup with a pre-Winter Soldier Coulson, or C, an eventual meetup with Coulson from some time after 2016 who wasn't negatively affected by the deal with Ghost Rider? Maybe in his timeline he never made the deal, or the team found a way to save his life later. Yeah, it's a possibility meeting up with another Coulson, and I feel like I didn't think about this until that question, but it's a great, why get rid of him? You know, why get rid of this LMD Coulson unless you were going to meet up with another alternate Coulson, you know? In terms of which I would like, obviously I would like all of them. I would like another LMD Coulson because of the fact that he would still have the memories, and I liked having a Coulson that knew everything that happened, that knows he's dead, that knows he's an LMD, and knows he's can't be hurt, you know. It was kind of cool doing that, and having him go through the history, because he was always a big history buff, was cool to see that. But we kind of got a little bit of we got a glimpse of that. I would like, let me think, because it's a great question, because they're all so different, you know. All of the Coulsons that you labelled, or that you optioned to pick for, are they're all so different. Like a Coulson sometime after 2016 who survived the Ghost Rider deal, or had it never happen again, or had it never happen, would be cool, because it's a Coulson that survived all of that, you know. I would like pre-Winter Soldier, just to get that raw Coulson again, you know, because Coulson season 1 was so good as well, you know. Yeah, I would say pre-Winter Soldier. This one is from Kimberlyn Smith. I don't think Nathaniel is dead. Do you think Gideon will now trick Nathaniel into the monolith, and that storyline remains intact when Hive comes back from Mavet? Mad at Gideon. Like, when it all went down, I was thinking, right, Nathaniel could come back. Otherwise, like, because that side plot didn't really go anywhere. And I was thinking over the last week, could that be a precursor to something happening with them stealing some other storyline of stealing inhuman powers? You know, could that be a precursor to that and showing that it is possible by not just chopping them up, by giving them the blood? You know, because before that we just knew of Whitehall and Jiaying, and Whitehall took everything. You know, he took everything inside of Jiaying, not just the blood. But now we know it could be possible with just blood. But his bones were quaking apart. You know, we saw what damage Daisy did, and with it, before she got her gauntlets and stuff, and he got knocked out as well. So maybe he got knocked out, and somebody went there and took him. You know, that could be a possibility as well. I've been thinking, like, there's so much for and against it, but I was thinking they could bring back Nathaniel, because why keep that thread there anyway? And he is also a wave. You know, he is also something that changed. He shouldn't exist. And all of this season so far has been about them going back to the past, but the stuff that they are interacting with in the past is coming back and rippling out through each timeline they go to, you know? Like Wilfred Malek and that. I know the Chronicoms have had a big part in that, but this would be another thread that could carry on to the next one if they went that way, you know? What if, because of this, he knows it's possible? Somebody, I don't know who would find him and who would teach him to control it, you know? But if that happened, there could be a thing where inhuman powers are getting stolen in the next jump, in the jump we're in now, you know? That could be a possibility. As far as the Gideon and the Hive thing, I don't think they'll touch on that, because like there was so much, like they were doing that anyway, you know, with the different Hydra factions. So I feel like that would still be going on. It would just be them doing that without Gideon and without Wilfred, you know. So because they did still reference it, you know. Nathaniel said he said something about not worshipping a squid monster or something like that. So they're still doing it, you know. Hydra are still big into that because it's their deity, you know. So yeah, there's a big possibility for Nathaniel to come back. I think I would go yes, but I just don't know how, unless he got knocked out and his powers stopped before they fucking destroyed his bones. But yeah, I don't know if they would touch on the Mavet thing again, just because we're running out of time in this season and we're going forward through different times. It could. I don't know. It'd be a cool thing to bring back if they had it change because of the waves they're creating. You know, we could get an alternate Hive storyline. And this one's from David Olson. Do you think the place where Fitz could observe the Chronicom's moves is where Sybil is, and that it's purely digital, meaning Sybil and Fitz could both just be computer programs? Yes, I don't know if Fitz would just be a computer program unless he uploaded his consciousness and his body is off somewhere, you know. Like someone else in the comments said that what if he travelled back in the past, went into cryosleep, and then before going into cryosleep, uploaded his consciousness into a Chronicom body, and he is posing as a Chronicom, and that's why he's exposed, you know, he's deep undercover, and if they caught his Chronicom body, they could get the information of where his body is and go and get that. I definitely think Sybil is. I went back and before all the Q&A, I said the line about the benefit of being a digital mind. I think it's what she said. I might have messed it up a little bit, but it was something along those lines. So I definitely think that Sybil is a digital construct. I don't think that she has a physical body or anything, but I don't think Fitz is. It has to be something to do with that. Because where else would you observe it, and where else would you track the Chronicoms through time, you know? Because that's what Sybil is doing. That is, what if because Sybil is digital, what if Fitz is tapping into her? He might not outright be Sybil, like my mad theory at the start of this, but he could be almost a part of her, you know, maybe observing her somehow. I don't know. Because Fitz created the framework, you know? Fitz created the framework, which was a digital world. So surely he would be able to, with time, tap into something like that or hack into it, you know? Yeah, it's definitely something along those lines. It has something big to do with the with the digital space, you know. Well, I was thinking as well, and I didn't think about it until the break, until I was thinking about it throughout the week, and when I was editing the video. How many Chronicoms are left? You know, they didn't have much, because when was it when was it? I think it was last season. They talked about the remaining Chronicoms. Well, I suppose they had a fleet, didn't they? I was thinking they were on that one ship. The remaining Chronicoms were on that one ship. Like, how many Chronicoms did Coulson blow up? You know? Like, how many are left? I don't know. We might get answers this episode. I have no predictions. If I was going to guess anything, I would say that maybe we'll get... This will be a Deke and Mack centric episode. And I would... If I was guessing how the episode would go, it would be like... I think it might go like... They're maybe viewing the changes based on the waves they've been creating. And it could be a cheer-up episode from Mack as well, you know? Because Mack needs a cheer-up episode. He's been broken. And he needs that. But I just don't know what could be... I don't know what could be the whole episode if it was just focusing on them. So we could get a split episode, them and where the other crew ended up, and get a split episode. But Agents have been great with their duo episodes, with their standalone episodes based on one or two characters, like the Fitz and Hunter episode and the Gemma Fitz episode and all that. They're really great in doing it. So I have no doubt if they're going to do that, they will do create a good storyline for it. So I'm just excited to jump in and watch it. Thank you everyone for the Q&A questions. I forgot to say that. Much appreciated. They were fun. I will have another question after this one for the next one. If you want to give me any questions or opinions or anything on this episode, hashtag it AOSQA. Do it down below in the Twitter thread or in the Facebook thread. All is welcome before the next episode airs. I'll have a question after this episode as well, based on this episode. Let's check it out. It was going so smoothly.
What happened?
Oh!
Start from the beginning.
Oh, nice. Interesting.
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
It's going to be a flashback recount episode. Ha! We're going 80s. We stopped with a 20-year gap, so our crew might have went to the 90s. Time to hack. Yeah, man, they couldn't miss out on doing an 80s themed episode. Will you help me? Ooh, it's hardly the scientist, is it? Remember that? What's his name? I've been waiting for you. What was the scientist in Cap? In First Avenger? I can't remember his name. And he came back in Winter Soldier as the computer program. It is not. Oh. Sybil has entered the game. Nice. Oh man, I love it. I love the intros.
Coulson's explosion should have taken out the Chronicoms.
Yeah, so that was the remaining Chronicoms.
Then why would we pit stop?
So it's just Sybil
5 minutes.
that has left then, right?
None of this makes any damn sense.
Only after you've made me flesh will you grasp my true capabilities.
Of course. I won't sleep until you're standing here.
I am confident we'll make a perfect pair.
He's getting killed as soon as she is made. That is 100% happening. Gonna guess it's the Deke. Is it Deke?
Heyo.
It's Deke.
Aren't you a sight for beautiful eyes? It's been too long. Figured I had to just
Does he have a
bring the hang to you.
bouncy ball?
You know? Go down to the park, get some fresh air or something.
Aww.
I think you accidentally threw it out into the front yard, but I'll get it. Meet me out here. We can play it.
He just played fetch with Deke. Nice. Poor Deke, man. Damn. That beard.
A truly human gesture.
Oh god, we are going this route.
It's nothing. Just thought color matched your eyes.
Every person here came to see him? Lucky for you. The band just came out for the encore.
Is he in a band? Oh my god. The Deke Squad.
Do you want me to finish or not?
I want to know the legitimacy of what he is saying now. Because Deke can exaggerate. Oh my god.
I want to introduce you to Deke Squad. That's Roxy Glass. She runs covert ops and tech. and runs the operation.
I love it.
I'm in Ronnie Chang, aka the Chang Gang. Yeah, but that was before I found out he had a steady job.
Doing what?
Selling coke. Although, I've never seen him drink any.
Look, I appreciate the effort you put in. I really do. But this is terrible stuff.
Oh my
You have to be
God.
this high profile.
Exactly.
Of course you did.
What an honor to meet you, sir. We are a really, really big fan. Well, I mean, you know, maybe one of the slightly bigger fans. Yeah, you know, probably the one who patterned his.
What were
fighting
they
style
in?
after Burke and McKenzie.
They were in something I
Okay,
watched
a fighting style.
recently.
You do not want me to break it.
Not even a little.
Coulson seemed fine with it.
Coulson's alive.
Coulson's body disintegrated when he blew up those.
Is his
corners,
mind?
But his mind, life data, stayed safe and sound on a hard drive.
Oh my
I
god.
don't have much in the way of resource.
Is he just gonna be a head on the screen? Yes! So good.
Coulson?
And not a bunch of ones and zeros trapped in a digital hell? I'd like to think so, but admittedly, there's been some real soul searching here.
Listen to this guy. So humble.
Sybil?
Oh. Busted.
What's going on? You can't leave me. Not after everything we shared.
I concur. You know too much.
Dead. Who didn't see that coming?
Good to see you, Mac.
Something I cooked up that I call the gauntlet.
Nice.
Nice work, idiot.
Olga! Why are you using live explosives?
Still haven't seen the best part.
Best part? Oh! Shotgun axe.
No. It's a bunch of losers playing dress up, led by a Peter Pan in constant need of attention.
Look, you can say whatever you want about me.
The structure of this episode is so
Never
fucking
talk
good.
about my team that way.
This is you repeat.
Please help me. I am lost.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
Whatever.
Oh,
They are
what's your
getting
name,
slaughtered in a second.
My name is Dumb Robot. Beep boop boop turd.
You should not have patronized me.
Hey, hold up. I said hold up.
I don't
I can't get enough of this episode,
No,
man.
you need an ass.
How do you know about him?
Deke checks in on him every couple weeks. Brings him and his brother school supplies, toys. Even got him a drum kit.
Aw.
I didn't know.
Cricket's dead! It murdered him! Cricket?
She's gonna get killed right now, right? Yeah. Oh, man.
Can you please help me? I am lost.
I think it's a trick.
Someone's gonna pay.
You mean the robot? robots?
Yeah, the robots. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Time for revenge. Are we gonna get a suit up, half montage type thing? And he's gonna get the axe, or he's just gonna bust in with it. Oh yeah, he's back, baby.
I came back. Never should have left.
It's so good. Yeah. We're getting it. I fucking knew it. Oh my god, this is so good. I don't know how many times I'm after saying that.
Say hello to the Deke Squad.
Say hello to the Deke Squad.
I've always been a total coward. Sorry, Deke.
He just left. Oh. Kablamo. Nice. Surely she's uploaded herself into other stuff, right? That's not the one and only her.
Whew. That's not even the worst rash I've had this year. Mac Daddy.
Mac Daddy. Yes.
Hell no. No. I'm a sax man all the way.
Of course the big man plays the sax.
Did you mention anything about
Building you a new body?
Yeah.
You just have to wait and see.
That's cold, man. Even for you.
Well, that's a person.
It's smaller than I imagined.
You now have the one tool necessary to control your world's future. I'm confident we'll make a perfect pair.
When Tusi is finished using you, yep. I mean, so fucking good. I'm just gonna say right off the bat, like, in terms of how they played up the time period, excuse me, this was my favorite, you know, and it might be because I would be more, I'd have more experience with 80s movies, you know, as compared to movies prior, because I was born 1990. So, you know, growing up, it was 80s and 90s movies primarily. Man, it was so good, you know, so good. They played everything up, like fucking everything. And the way, it's just, everything was good. You know, the style, all of the fucking references, you know, playing up all like slasher movies and fucking action movies. Excuse me. It's just so good. The quotes, the style of the camera work, everything. I can't even talk. I can't even express how fucking unreal it was. And it makes me question, like, because of the way they set it up, you know, they set it up with Deke retelling the story at the start, right? How much of it was true, you know? Because Deke is not the most reliable narrator, you know? He's very much an unreliable narrator, so he definitely played it up. One of my favorite things was the song, the Don't You Forget About Me song, and he inserted the name Daisy. It's so good. There was so much small stuff. This will be a great episode to rewatch, I assume, just because of how full it was of references and stuff, you know? So, people were right. Nathaniel is still around. Does he still have powers, you know? That could be a thing. Maybe just taking the blood gave him temporary powers, you know? Or maybe he is... maybe he did learn to control him or something. I don't know. Interesting, though. Him and Sybil will be a interesting pairing. I assume she might just kill him when she's done with him. the robot stuff at the start was brilliant. I don't know why, but I was full on expecting the guy to create a lifelike thing, you know, because she was the one giving him the information, right? And tech was around back then, I assume. He just would have had to build it, you know. and she would have the knowledge. Then it comes out and it's just this shit little robot. Oh, the intro is great as well. What happens now? Is Sybil, because I don't feel like Sybil is going to be able to rebuild an army, right? I don't think she's going to be able to rebuild an army, not with the tech they have. Although Nathaniel has resources, so her chances of that happening are a bit higher, but I don't know. So that means that the Chronicoms aren't going through time. So what made our agents go through? Was it just the ship malfunctioning? Seeing Mack like that was hard. Seeing Mack like that was really, really hard, but he needed it. This was a cheer-up episode for him, you know. I didn't expect the way it was going to go, but I enjoyed it. Again, it's hard to see Mack like that, but the way everything happened, excuse me, the way everything flowed was good. And seeing that side of Deke is good as well. You know, we know Deke is a good character. You know, he was very much, he adapted well to where he was in the future. But once he got a family and once he got people that he cared about, that cared about him, you know, he showed his true self. And he's great. You know, seeing him look after Mack, both young and current, was really, really nice. You know, and seeing him, he believed in Mack. You know, he believed in his director all that time, and it's what ultimately brought Mack back. So it's cool. He's goofy, but he gets the job done, you know, and he cares. So this season has been great for Deke. It's been a good Deke season. Oh, since he got introduced, it's been great, you know. Every season he's just gotten better, I feel like, as we get to learn more of him, you know. The only thing I'm disappointed with this episode, and I can forgive it because of how contained it was, and because it was a Mack episode, you know. It was a bringing Mack back from the brink episode, but I want to see repercussions from the changes, because stuff is fucked now, you know. It has to be, and stuff needs to start affecting stuff, you know. I feel like, or maybe I'm just not. Maybe it's not affecting stuff as big as I think, you know. But coming into the 90s, the 2000s, we should start seeing significant changes, because that's around the movies. That's around the time the movies. Well, no, the movies would be 2011, 2010. Was it? Something like that. 2009, I think Iron Man came out, the first one. So I want, like, it probably won't be until around there we'll see proper changes, because that's when it all started, you know. That's when the MCU, as we know, it starts. So that's when we'll start seeing big changes like that. But I want to see some changes to some of the stuff, because they keep talking about waves, not ripples, and we're not seeing the consequences of them. But stuff is definitively changed. Coulson TV was good. That was so in line with the rest of the episode. It was so good. I never expected him to come back like that, but it makes sense. The hard drive is there, so I wonder if he will just be a voice for the next episode as well, you know, because it's going to take him a while, I assume, to build a body, so I don't feel like he will be back in Coulson form ASAP. The flow, the structure of the episode story-wise was great as well. It wasn't until like halfway through that I realized what they were doing with the whole Mack being the boss. He's like, he's not doing this stuff anymore, and then they get the team back together, or your man gets a new team, and it's like, these team are worth nothing. It's so good. But halfway through I realized they were doing that sort of storyline, and it was great. Like, I'm pretty sure I had a smile on my face the entirety of this episode. It was that good. They pulled it off so well. Every time period thing they've pulled off so well this season so far. Also, please tell me, the two Asian brothers, they were in something, probably not recently, but I watched it recently, but it was a comedy, and they were doing the same kind of shtick. Please tell me what it is, because it's driving me crazy and I couldn't figure it out in the episode, but if anybody knows, let me know. Mack's beard was awesome. It was glorious. Hashtag bring back Mack's beard. We should get it going. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The time stream being a physical thing is weird as well. Okay, it's weird. Is it a program? I assume it's a program that the Chronicoms created. I assumed it was just something built into Sybil. Obviously not. Also, I feel like my theory about where Fitz is gone, because I feel like that digital space is gone now. You know, if that was the last of the Chronicoms, the digital space could be gone. Is Fitz the time stream? Or is he in the time stream? Now that we know that that is a physical, separate thing from Sybil and from the digital space that Sybil was in, that could be where Fitz is. That would be my best guess. I don't know, but that was a phenomenal episode. I would say it's up there for my favorite of the season as well. I loved it. I don't know what else to say. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Guys, let me know what you think about the episode. I'm trying to think of a good question for the Q&A. What about do you guys think Nathaniel still has Daisy's powers? I feel like if he doesn't, I feel like there could be a story going on where Inhuman powers start getting taken, because I don't know. He's teaming up with Sybil now. Do you guys think that Nathaniel still has Quake's powers, and what do you think they're teaming up to do? What do you think Sybil's plans are now? Because I don't know. She's got the time stream, and Nathaniel, he has funds. She has the knowledge. So yeah. That's what we'll do. Hashtag it AOSQA. And then you can also just tweet any questions, comments, or opinions, or whatever in the episode. And I'll discuss them before the next video. Get them in there before the next episode airs. Everything is welcome. Hashtag AOSQA. Yeah. Like, comment, and subscribe if you liked the video. Let me know what you thought about this episode in the comments below. Check out our social media links down below in the description if you want to stay up to date with all things Video Juice. We will be back next week with another reaction to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And we'll see you next time. Later.
Pull me from the ashes so I could soothe your frightened mind and let our souls collide. Rising tide so we can ride away upon a tumbling wave.